Hi there, my name is Brandon Taylor with Realty Executive Associates and East Tennessee Realtors. Today's video is going to cover everything you need to know about renting in Seymour, Tennessee. Seymour is a pretty town nestled between Knoxville, Sevierville, and Maryville with gorgeous mountain views, with incredibly easy access to spots like Neyland Stadium, the home of the Tennessee Volunteers, Tanger Outlet Mall, Gatlinburg Space Needle, in the Knoxville Sun Sphere, which makes it a convenient place to call home. Seymour is more than just a housing market. It's an authentic community with a sense of deep, family-oriented roots. Seymour is a nice rural suburban town nestled conveniently between Knoxville and Sevierville, taking about 20 to 25 minutes to get to the center of town both ways. Seymour has many schooling options to choose from, whether it be private or public. Given that it is an unincorporated community, it operates by the influence of the Sevier County government. Our population is steadily growing, being about 16,000 based on the 2024 U.S. Census, which is impressive given the 16-mile radius that the town encompasses. Seen on the chart as an almost 50% increase from 2010 to 2024, going from 10,919 all the way to 16,216 based on the US Census. This is in relation to Knoxville's metro expansion, remote work migration with 97 to 99% broadband coverage, and retirees wanting a nice four-season community with affordability and lower than average taxes. These things are driving up the prices of rentals here in Seymour, Tennessee, such as employment proximity, Great Smoky Mountain tourism, shortage of rental inventory, transplants coming from locations all over the country who intend to buy but have default for renting, zero state taxes and no estate tax lead to more demand in the community, causing price to just go up. The growth of Chapman Highway is bringing many new businesses, which in turn brings jobs and then brings residents. So let's talk about the median listing price trend over the last 12 months, starting back in May of 2025, coming in at 424.9, and then going all the way to April of 2026, coming in at 4033, being 403,300. That's a negative 5.68 decrease over the last year, meaning buyers have more power and more negotiating room going into deals. So while this is lower than many housing markets, you can see how many people become long-term renters. Do you guys think this is fair? Leave a comment down below. Now it's time for the juice of the content that you guys came to see. The rental market. Dun, dun, dun. Here in Seymour, you have better opportunities than in other markets considering schools, crime rates, and lifestyle overall. The last 6 months has showed us a 1.6% decrease in rental prices, giving people $4,104 in savings over the national average. As of April of 2026, the average rent cost per month is at $1,588 here in Seymour, with 8 active rentals on the market with 1,355 renter households. I don't expect you guys to remember all of that. The key takeaway here is going to be the $4,104 in savings over the national average. So, there are a couple things on this screen to go over. The median sales price of homes in Seymour, Tennessee is going to be $360,000. That's your middle price. Some can be higher, some can be lower, but they meet at $360,000. And your average price per square foot is going to be $205 per square foot, which is relatively generous given over the last couple years. We've seen that number be quite a bit higher. The average days on market is 53 days, which is higher than the last 6 months, meaning we're leaning more towards a buyer's market. The city taxes is none. There are none. It's an unincorporated town, so there are no city taxes. And the key takeaway here is going to be the $1,588 per month in average rent, which is generously cheaper than your national average. So overall, I would say Seymour compares to be the best value per dollar in the region. Let's talk about what this does for business. This means a big boom in local business here in Seymour, seeing as everyone needs basic goods and service, like a grocery store or a gas station. New residents means a new inflow of customers for businesses within the area. We have about 1,355 renter households. That generates an approximate 25,000 to 45,000 per year, just on goods and services, totaling around 34 to 54 million per year. That's a lot of millions. The job pool will continue expanding, leading to more residents, leading to more money for the local businesses. The median household income here in Seymour, Tennessee is $82,855, meaning you can get more for your dollar here in Seymour with local real estate. Okay, so let's talk about what's in this for investors. Investors have had their eye on Seymour over the course of the last 15 years, watching the population growth go up and up and up. And with that, they're seeing the dollar signs. With much rural land in Seymour and on the outskirts, it creates potential for subdivisions, commercial units, and guess what? Apartments. The location almost couldn't get any more perfect. Things growing concerning them is slowing down in sales velocity, short-term prices are softening, and the rising in insurance in rural and septic areas. So I have a quote here from Dolly Parton that says, "When I come here, it's a feeling like nothing else. It has grown as all things must, but the Smokies will never lose their charm and their magic." That's just a quote I've always found to be really inspiring and said by none other than the local hero herself, Dolly Parton. It really encaptures the true beauty and timelessness of the Smoky Mountains and its surroundings. Seymour is in that true beauty and timelessness, and as she said, it will continue to grow but never lose its magic. Alright guys, so it's time to put your sunglasses on because the future for East Tennessee's real estate looks bright as investors look to close in on low rental inventory, businesses are capitalizing on the expanding customer bases, and the community is welcoming newcomers with open arms, which creates more reasons to keep the inflow of residents flowing. Alright, so there are a couple key takeaways about renting in Seymour, but first let's take a moment to appreciate the beautiful Bluff Mountain here. And this is an aerial overview of Chapman Highway coming from the top of the hill by the fire station down to Boyd's Creek. So here you have Chapman Highway going through it. Right here is Boyd's Creek. And then over this way you have your school systems. And what we can take away from this video is that Seymour is an expanding community with lots of opportunity and a growingly diversified community. It's significantly cheaper upon the national average, about $343 per month cheaper. And if you remember, that's $4,104 per year in savings than the national average. So the commute to Maryville, Knoxville, and Sevierville is only about 25 minutes in all directions, so it makes it easy to find a job and enjoy the drive. The job opportunities create more attention to the community and feed more families. All in all, Seymour is a wonderful and quiet community with ease to all extracurricular activities such as Knoxville nightlife, Gatlinburg getaways, and good old UT football. Alright, I'd like to take a second to say thank you for watching the video, and if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. You can always call this number right here, 865-455-2566. And also, talking to real estate agents that live in your area is vital in the search of a residential or commercial real estate project. While many use Zillow, it's not always accurate information and doesn't always pair you with a local agent. That's a whole other can of worms though, but I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real estate content. See you guys next time.